Y'all, I'm sorry. I was over there on Instagram because last time I did YouTube first and then Instagram after, and there's some. They didn't like that too much. And so I'm 13 minutes late, y'all. I'm sorry. I was over there. They're supposed to keep my time, and they did not keep my time like they were supposed to. They monopolized my time. So shame on Instagram. But I am here. Can you do pin comments here? Um, Save a highlight. What is that? I don't know what that means, but um, mute microphone. Okay. So as you're coming in, let me know. What's going on? Peace, peace. Mm. Peace, peace. What y'all got going on? Wanted to uh, uh, come on and check in on everybody. And let you guys know some of the announcements going forward. So I love Patreon. Absolutely love Patreon. I have one issue with Patreon, and that is their go live. You know, I like to interact with you guys in real time, so I enjoy the live feature. Some of my best stuff kind of comes somewhat spontaneously and extemporaneously. So, but as of right now, Patreon does not have a very good way to kind of do live without a lot of effort and a lot of forethought and so on. And sometimes I have an idea or I have a concept, I have something I'm working on, right? And like, okay, I need to record this for Patreon or whatever. But to go through all the rigmarole to set up a YouTube live through Patreon is very, very difficult. And I haven't found a workaround as of yet. So that's why there's been very lacking in live content on Patreon. I do want to say today is Patrons Day for Patreon, so I want to say thank you, a very heartfelt thank you to all of my patrons, those past, present, those who are going to show up in the masterclass. We welcome you to come in. We are growing, okay? And as we grow, we're going to add more content in. We're going to add more webinars in. We want to keep you abreast on that. If you want to know what is what's new, what I'm working on, what it's like to accompany me, a quote unquote a day in the life of a root doctor or a conjure or what have you, then I do a lot of in the moment takes in Patreon about that. What I'm working on, herbs I work with, maybe herbs you've heard of, maybe herbs you've not heard of, maybe herbs maybe you only have heard of them. You don't really know what they're used for. You may have heard the term, you may have heard the name, but don't really know how they work, how you can use them magically, maybe even medicinally in some cases. So I do a lot of that on Patreon. And for those of you who make that possible, a big thank you for that. I'm going to be yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Good. Hello there. God bless you. As a matter of fact, uh, I've been working late, as you can see. So didn't get a chance to really go into Patreon like I wanted to. Patreon takes, because of that lack of a good live feature, it's a lot of forethought. I'm going to have an exclusive offering for Patreon for the remainder of the week. I'll post it after this live and talk to you guys about it. For some spiritual services I can offer you, work I can do for you during this week. I have some extra materials, if you want to call it that, that I can spare to work on some things for you. They'll be very limited in what I can do, obviously, but I am going to extend that service to you guys, my patrons on Patreon. So be ready for that. That being said, I want to do a quick Hoodoo help desk, or any questions you may have concerning what I do, my practice, how I do it, or anything along those lines. If you're new to my channel, thank you. I haven't figured we've been growing and growing and growing. I haven't taken time to really thank the new people for coming on, who are in my lives, who are watching my videos. People tell me to take notes. I mean, you got a lot of good content out there. Thank you for that. Thank you for the encouragement. You leave likes, you share it, you subscribe, you get notified, you leave comments. I love comments. You reference stuff. You say, remember you said this in this video? I'm like, what video did I say that in? So, oh, it was, from August, whatever. So I really appreciate that. And I hope that this will be an archive to help those who need it. While I have some time here, letting some work sit for a minute before I get back into it. So what's new with you? And what's been going? How was your Mercury retrograde? That's the question, isn't it? How was your Mercury retrograde? I think it's only Instagram, I have Wi-Fi and data. Really? Wow. Interesting. How would you relate that to a Mercury? That's interesting. The day the retrograde ends, you get the call. What's going on, Jenkins? We are here in the midnight hour. I've decided that normally I had a set time to go live with you guys. Earlier in the year beforehand, I was very diligent about that. Schedules have changed. Things have rearranged. I'm adapting. I'm adjusting. Now we're 45 minutes to an hour or so with you guys, because I do want to be faithful over this platform that I have. What have y'all been working on, magically speaking? Are we back? Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. What are the specific steps that you take when divining with the Bible? I always begin with prayer, right? As with any divination technique, right, or divination method, okay. I always begin in prayer. Prayer is more so for us than anything else, right? To bring us into spiritual alignment and congruency, so that we're hearing clearly and that we are in the proper position, the proper posture to hear clearly. Um, and oftentimes, so my steps have changed, okay, and your steps will also, right? Anyone who is growing in their proficiency in anything, their steps towards an end begin to change. Because the steps then begin to reflect their level of proficiency, right? So, like for example, riding a bike. Some folks, they may have to start off slow when they first get started. Some people, they can just jump on it. They can run, and hop on and bam, right? They're ready to go. So their steps change. So my steps change. Um, for me, when I'm praying over a situation, because I have um, a repertoire of scripture already in me, as I'm praying, certain verses will begin to come out more frequently in my prayer, right? And that will begin to reveal to me kind of what the spirit is, kind of what the direction of the work should be going, right? Um, Also, um, I'm looking at certain key phrases. Tell this to my students all the time when they're doing Bible study. Um, Look for key phrases. Like, for example, if you're doing road opening work, then you want verses that talk about something being open, a way, a path, an avenue. Uh, for example, I think it's Malachi chapter 3. I think it's also in the book of John, that says, prepare ye the way of the Lord, right? Make every crooked path straight. Make every rough path smooth. Make every hill shall be brought low and every valley shall be exalted, right? We're talking about paths, ways, avenues, right? Um, so if you're talking about reversal, all right. Well, what is the biblical idea of reversing? All right. It is, or payback. All right. It is the word payback. Thus, I will pay you back for what you've done to my people. That's I think it's in Ezekiel. There's also the word recompense, which means to pay back. All right. So you begin to. This is why you where people go wrong is they it's how they approach the scriptures. Okay. How they approach the scriptures. So if you go in just looking for a magic verse, then you're going to have a lot of strain. Okay? But if you go in to read the scriptures, maybe for your own personal edification, then things will begin to pop out at you. Ooh, that's interesting. Ooh, I could use that for such and such, right? The Spirit will illuminate things to you when you go into with the right mind. So a lot of people so people say the Bible's a spell book. You know, I kind of get a little disturbed a little bit, because it's like there are definitely works in the Bible, but if you go, it's almost like prostituting the book, right? You're only going in it for this, and so you're only going to get a very little bit of that, the least amount you can squeeze out of it. Since you have Patreon, Instagram, and Gumroad, will you still continue? Yeah, I mean, I'm doing it now. Yeah, I definitely like this platform of YouTube, and I intend to be a good steward over this platform. So yes, that's why when I teach, we just do Bible study. I just teach the Bible, and then from there, out of that spirit of actually having an interest in the book, right? Then these other things begin to just scream out at you. People are like, bam, I never would have thought about that. What's because you have a love for the book? Right? I think it was George Washington Carver said, they asked him, you know, how in the world did you figure out not just 100 or 200 or 300, but over 300 uses of the peanut? And he said, because I loved it. I love the peanut. And because I love the peanut gave me its secrets. It's like anything else that you love, right? When you know that somebody loves you, you don't mind giving your secrets to them. So is everything else. All right. The question is, what does it mean? Does it mean anything when the glass of your candle turns black? Yes, it means something if you prescribe meaning to that. So let me speak plain on that. Number one, it depends upon what kind of candle you have. All right. Number two, it depends upon what the intention behind the candle was. Some candle tester candles, for example, right? Not every candle, how can I say? Not every magic candle burned is burned for magical purposes. All right. Some candles are burned purely for divinatory reasons. All right. This is why I'm always a broken tape recorder talking about divination. All right. Divination is your key to innovation. Divination is your key to innovation. Divination is your key to innovation, right? So, you know, being in groups, particularly on Facebook, and the big thing is, can you interpret my candle wax? No, I can't. For some reason we don't even. That's one of the reasons. Number two is because you need, I don't know how many ways I can say this. You need a divination method. All right. So if you have a candle that's black, you can divine and say, okay, what does this mean by this? All right. I don't really divine candles I work on personally, unless I'm rendering a candle service and the person wants that kind of thing. Why is that? Because I have a divination system. All right. I can have all my candles burn pitch black and break all the bad omens. And if I go to my shrine and I ask the spirits, is all well? And they say yes, you got nothing to worry about. I had a client like that. She said, well, show me pictures of this stuff. So I showed her a picture of her work. And I showed her the divination. And she said, but the candles are so black. I said, yeah, but what did the divination say? But the candles, but the divination. But the divination. But or the exact reverse. Or the candles burn perfectly clear. Had the exact opposite happen. I said, well, Doc, I had one lady say to me, she said, how does she word it? Basically, she didn't say outright. She thought I was trying to like milk her or whatever the case may be. But you know, she implied and insinuated and gave innuendo. And she said, well, you know, basically she was like, well, all the candles burn clean, so I'm good. You know, I appreciate, this is what I think I appreciate, you know, that offer, but I'm good. Candles burn clean, I'm good. Well, uh, yeah, she was in the hospital under cardiac arrest about a month. Was it a month? A month and a week later, about 5 weeks later. And I'm kind of sure that probably could have been avoided, but particularly because it was happened while she was sleeping. So you know, night terrors and things like that. But you want an independent divination system, okay? If it burns all black, they will traditionally tell you you need to burn another candle until it burns clear, right? Or burns better, right? Is it dark soot or black soot? Is it white soot, right? White soot can indicate that that you have assistance from the spiritual dimension. Black soot can indicate heavy resistance. All right, it can indicate witchcraft, the sign of, or a sign of malicious magic against you. But again, it could, it might, possibly, maybe, who knows, right? That's why you divine on it. So you divine on it. Right? On a purely physical, purely mundane level, it means that you might have put in too much oil, there might have been too many herbs, the wick might have been offset, there might have been air in the wax. It can mean that your temperature in the room was inconsistent. It can mean that you had an unchecked air source. Just on a mundane level, it could be a poorly made candle, right? That's if you just want to be very, very carnal with it. But of course, nothing is by chance, right? And so, whereas the deeper question behind omens and things is this. You know, if you got good sense, you know that on a mundane level, it's a candle manufactured. It could have been sitting there for however long, meaning that the wax could have melted and reconstituted a number of times, changing its structure. And again, all the other things I mentioned earlier, just a few moments ago. But the real fundamental question is not about how well was the candle made, but why did you choose that candle? Why did that candle come to you? Of all the candles in the world, or all the other options, right? Why that one? Even if you said it was the only one there, but why was that the only one there? Why did that one come to your hand? All right, those are the more fundamental questions about omens. Okay, not so much why did this happen? Why did it happen to me? Why did it happen like this? Right. So that's the part that is not just chance or not just easily explained, right? So, you know, yeah. Y'all gonna be rocking my worldview. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Um. So when I do candle reports, which I don't really do. Oh, absolutely. Popping off the forget me not. That stuff is it's been my top seller. It's been my top seller. Um. What was I going to say? I was going to say. Oh, so when I was doing the candle chapel and I was training other chaplains so they could do their own candle chapel, I only gave them 8 indicators because I mean there are literally whole books written on what this every little thing, okay, in the candle means, and you will end up because none of that stuff is ever comprehensive. It's always nitpicking a piece here and a piece there, and this detail means that, and that detail means this, but it's never comprehensive. It is never consolidated, right? So you got a piece and a piece and a piece trying to make a puzzle, all right? So I only gave them 8 indicators to look for. Just 8. That's easy to remember also. These are 8 general, basic indicators. Now, so what are they? I ain't gonna tell you, because you ain't mechanical chaplain. See that? Y'all don't get tired of just milking me. They said, well, Doc, you a tar. Yeah, I'm a bull, not a cow. So that's the thing. That's the thing. Don't be milking me. See, I throw you off my back. I'm like one of them bulls you can't, that'll buck with you, you know. But I was on Facebook, and there was a post about, hey, let's throw around some ideas, throw around some thoughts. How do you deal with stubborn targets? So I said, you know, do a waterboarding spell. I said, you know, walk them down. I said, use urine. I said, remove their guardian angel, right? People were like, oh, how do you do that? Oh, no, 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 oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, sir, no, ma'am. I'm here to throw around ideas. I'm throwing around ideas. I'm gonna tell, no, I don't know you. That's why people in a mess now. They just giving anything to everybody, and you know, see, that might be why. It baffles me how hypocritical our culture can be. Everybody wants unrestrained information until your adversary has it. Then you want to be censored. Now you want to know, well, how do you remove somebody's guardian angel? Let me tell your enemy first, then I'll tell you. Oh, I'm good. You know, it don't me. Okay, all right. Oh wait, me no, never mind. Okay. But Merry freaking Poppin'. Salutations. Namaste, everyone. Good evening. So you know, I give some tricks, but y'all be trying to get all of them. Get out of my bag. Get out of my bag. Don't want a consultation, child. They don't. God don't want to be in no kind of class. Can't never find them for a webinar. They forget how to spell Patreon. I'm just fooling with y'all. I mean, I'm serious, but I'm just saying in a joking manner. Yeah, so but speaking of candles, can I turn this thing around? Can I do that? Let me turn my camera on. Let me see. Let's move this. Y'all, can y'all just imagine? Can you just imagine if people just knew how to remove your guardian angel? The kind of mayhem and havoc. You know people are petty. You know folks real petty. That's why there's some stuff I don't give but to students. I gotta know you, right? I have to have discerned your temperament, your character, your personality. All right, because you have people who are trigger happy, right? And the minute you give them some advanced technology, some advanced information, they forget about everything else. That's the only that they become singular focused on that. They want the biggest, the baddest, the best, the most, right? And they become hungry for power. Gotta watch some people. So someone asked about candles. Let me see if I can do. Hello, gorgeous. How are you? Yeah. Let's see. Can I? There we go. That'll move like that. So we got candles that we are preparing to work. If you want to get in on that, let me know. Okay. We have, these are going to be worked with the, I call them the old-fashioned candles. These are, of course, much larger than, you know, that's one of your regular modern day candles. You have one of these, right? So you can see there's a noticeable difference in size there. So we'll be working those. If you're interested in that, let me know what level, okay, of working you need. And again, these are going to be candle working, so don't be looking for no real super advanced butchers where I got to pull out my pot and all that kind of stuff and that craziness. I guess I should put that over there too, so I can have some space on that other thing. So let's do it this way. With that, we've got I got a couple of road opening works you can get, and a couple of uncrossing. Okay, that's about really all I have. I got a couple of love, but I'm not offering those. I'm not offering those because people want to give you a headache to do candle love work for them, and I'm not here for the headache. Let me make sure I didn't miss any questions here. Ronnie, how am I rocking your worldview? What you mean by that? Greetings from Georgia. All right, so it's my own money candle on my ancestral altar. Okay, so is the whole thing black? Did you add oils to it? Did you add herbs to it? Did you I kind of have to know. Everybody does their candles differently. I do mine differently than most people do. So all that's going to have a factor as to how your candle's going to burn, how much of it is just mundane stuff versus a maybe having an occult meaning behind it, right? You know, were the oils synthetic? Were they natural? Did you make them yourself? What were in the oils? Would you add glitter to that? Was it a beeswax candle? Was it a 7-day candle? Was it a freestanding candle? Was the candle loaded anyway? Did you poke holes in it? So there's a lot of different, you know, possibilities and combinations of possibilities. And do you burn your candles in threes? And that's something my godmother, Miss Victoria, told me about. She said she don't burn single candles. I said, oh, child, you deep. You know, you real spiritual. She's out. She's I don't burn them no less than 3 at a time. I said, wow. So I had that added force on things. So, it's an idea. Yeah, shredded money in a candle. Yeah, that might do it. That might certainly do it. Why not put the shredded money under the candle, right? Or have it, you know, how shredded is the shredded money? You know, might need to be even smaller bits than that. Even smaller bits than that. Because shredded money, if it's real money, it's cotton fiber. So that's the thing, right? Yeah, I love cotton fiber, by the way, as a material for all kinds of stuff. I talk about a lot of my classes. I swear about the stuff. Use it for all kinds for talismans, for petitions, for packets. For I love it. It's very useful, very versatile. It's expensive, but I definitely like it. Right? Like I use that. Besides regular paper and craft paper, that's one of my go-tos. I like the idea of cotton fiber. Yeah, I heard today burning in threes is an added boost. Yeah, yep. Like when we do, we work gatos or poodles. We call it gatos. People call it poodles. Cigars. It's kind of the same or similar idea. You want to work in threes, in sevens, and nines, and 21s. Some even go up to 99 to 101, right? Just for a single working. So, yeah, great question. Let me make sure I didn't miss any questions here. If you are a patron, just want to remind you, after this, I'm going to do a video for Patreon and let you guys know about the offering I have for you guys, because today is Patron Day, right? Patreon Patrons Day. So I want to do something very specific for you guys, and I guess kind of dust and everything. You know, I work a lot of powder, so I'm trying to figure out what dust is this? Where did that come from? You know, and Patreon. So make sure you guys follow me on there also. Made a money drawing calendar for my friend. It was working great from day one. Good. Amen. The paths be straightened and works be hastened to manifest one's vision. Okay, I said that. Oh, you also have my move powder. Also, that forget me not medicine is no joke at all. At all. Now be careful using move and forget me not together, because you know they might be what's holding you back. Don't be trying to get the demon dick and then you want to have a whole exorcism at the same time. You got to make up your mind. You got to make up your mind. Who said Mind of Angel? Hey, greetings. Do you divine? She said, "Oh, I'm not." She said, "I'm not crazy." Do you divine? Yes, all the time, all the time. I do divine with cigars. Matter of fact, unfortunately, um, um, YouTube won't let me like show you guys some stuff. But on Instagram is an interesting feature where if I go live, I can share my my camera roll, my gallery, my photo gallery with you guys while I'm still live, so I can actually show you. So you can go back and check some of my Instagram lives out. I've been on there showing different readings, different omens, different indicators in the cigar I was working. So we work cigars magically. We divine with cigars. We clean with them. We do love work with them. We do money work with them. We do breakup work with them. We do love work with them. We do cleansings with them. We do enemy work with them. You name it. I tell people, if you can do it, if you can do it a candle, you can probably do it a cigar, and much more besides. Okay. Yeah. So the cigar is going to, you know, if you conjure the cigar right, it won't lie to you, right? And it'll work for you in a very powerful way. If you understand how to work them, um, and how to read them, I'll definitely say it is not my. I'm not a master. To, Tobaquero, or tabaquero, excuse me. But I'm proficient, I think. I'm proficient, I believe. I still confirm with other divination systems also, just to because every divination system has its pros, its cons, its flaws, its strengths, its weaknesses, and so having somewhat of a diversity of them, I'd say at least have four um, different divination systems that you're proficient in. Right? I'm not gonna say learn 5 and 18 because you'll just learn them just to know that you learned them, but you haven't really gotten the level of skill in them. Right? So there's some questions that are better suited for a geomantic reading. Some of them are better suited for an astrological reading. Some of them are better suited for tarot, right? And on and on and on. So I always say have a couple of divination systems that you're relatively proficient in, that you have as tools of your trade. Yeah, Tarot and Pendulum is a great combination. There you have that active and that passive divinatory systems. which work well together as a balance and a counterbalance, right? So when pendulums are very easy to get into. Those of you interested in divination, pendulums are very easy to get into. They have a more subjective quality because they are more um, passive, more of a passive divination system. Whereas having tarot as a complement to that is very good because tarot is a much more active and a more objective, or I should say, yeah, more objective divination system, right? Because you, even if you sneeze while you're shuffling, right, that is not going to, the divination system is not based upon that, so it's not going to alter. Good morning. Like to say I like your videos, and I am somewhat new to this, but I do have an ancestral altar. All right, very good. And one for angels. All right. I keep candles on at all times. I'm still learning. Well, it looks like you are off to a great start. I feel that. How did you find my channel? You remind me of a screen name from Periscope, I think. Um, you may not be, of course, the same person, but just interested how you found out about my channel. Thank you so much for being here, and let us know where you're from. We are doing a work. We're doing some better business workings. So obviously, I cannot show you because they're active. But working with corn, old-fashioned corn. That's the stuff you buy in the store, right? How many of y'all know about shucking corn? Y'all know about that. Y'all know about that. Y'all too much in the, y'all too metropolitan for that. And I remember shucking corn. I didn't do a whole lot of it. I can't say I'm I grew up with it or whatever, but I did. I have 3 distinct memories about shucking corn. With the older women in my family, and because I was an extra hand, so that's why I was doing it. I was an extra hand. And I remember it was just pulling, like, oh my god, like, what? This is not corn. This is not corn. It's just big leaves. I'm being deceived. Where's the actual corn at? I remember being little and thinking that, like, it's just like, man, it's just. But yeah, doing using corn for some better business workings for folks. We got some pots going for them with their business license. I mentioned this before on Instagram about making these, right, or doing money work for, yes, that threw me all the way off. What was I gonna say? Money work for your business, right? And people, their objective is to increase their business, but they end up doing a lot of personal money work and not knowing the difference. Not them, and they may not know that there is a difference, right? So what will end up happening is a very key sign of this. They will say, well, doc, I've been doing money work for my business or whatever the case may be, and and it seems like it's just not getting off the ground. It's not getting off the ground. I'm always got to put money into it, more money into it, more money into it. It's not really making sales. I'm not getting more customers. I'm not getting more clients, etc., etc., etc. That's a key indicator there that the money work is working, but not for the business. I'm talking about this on Instagram too. You have to make your business the target, not you. What happened is your money will increase, and you'll end up being the sole financier of your business, right? You're getting more money in personal revenue, but you got to put that same money into your business, and it's not self-sustaining because you were the target of your money working, not your business. All right. One way to do that is a very easy way is use your business license. All right. Use that as a personal concern, as a personal artifact. Use that as your petition, your name paper, your whatever. Right. Dirt from your business. Okay. Your business card, your portfolio, your logo. All right. Make your business as an entity, as a spirit, your target. All right. We've got medicine we're working here, formulas. Look at that good formula. You can see this. That's when you know you got good medicine. You know you got good medicine. You start seeing the different sediments there, the different types of medicines in there. Just you got that, of course. There's a, you can't see because the lighting in here, but that's a layer of medicine. That's a layer of medicine. That's a layer of medicine. Then down there at the bottom, you get all that good stuff. Oh yes, man. Oh yes. If I do say so myself, I said, child, make me a ball this for myself. Okay, put that aside. And this is for a very old colleague of mine. I would not make this for the general public. And if I did, it would cost hundreds of dollars. But this is a formula to break very heavy. It's one of my most powerful formulas, actually, because he does a lot of traveling in and out of Africa. There's a different level of witchcraft there than what you experience here in the good old U.S. of A. So you need something with some more force to it. So we made this formula. You can see the medicine. You see it's a little bit of medicine because it goes a long way. There's just a little bit of medicine in there. All right, goes a long way. All right, and when you activate it, all right, it turns the whole thing black. All right, which also keeps him hidden from prying eyes, almost like a spiritual invisibility cloak. Also, so it works to remove witchcraft and allow him to walk stealthily in different regions without setting off alarms. Relieved or revealed. Yeah, a lot of bottles of goodies. I make a lot of formulas and stuff, a special request or stuff behind the counter, depending on who you are. Some people have to, like, Doc, you got that? Nope. I ain't got it. Somebody else has to be, Doc, you got it? Yep, I got that. You just be dropping stuff to everybody. It'd be crazy. But so if you are interested, know we have webinars. We've already recorded. If you're interested in learning more, you can definitely check out obviously my free information here on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Hoodoo Bible Study on Facebook. All that is free to you. If you want something a little bit more advanced, you can check out our advanced Conjure series on my website, cosmic.com/resources, or just go to the home page and click the resources tab there. It'll pull up a number of courses, if you want to call them that, instructions, intensives I've done, and webinars I've done on different matters relating to this practice. If you want something more regular, you want to include into a community, you want something with some more tips, some tricks on a regular basis, something even more advanced, and check out my Patreon, patreon.com/cosmic, KHOZMIQ. Of course, all those links are down below. You can get in on the good stuff. All right, get in on the good stuff. And if you want something even more advanced than that, want to sit at my feet, so to speak, then if the Spirit lead me to open up an apprenticeship next year, of course, y'all will be one of the first people to know. So bear that in mind. I've got to get to Patreon and then back to work, because I'm a little over my time here. So I'll be getting to some of this work on these altars here. But in the meantime, I'll hold you all in the light of God that never fails. God bless you all forever.